quite a while. I think the last time I was at University of Washington at UW at Dempsey. So I've been to Dempsey a couple times, but I think that's probably been about it.
The atmosphere in the building today.
Yeah, I really liked it. Fantastic facilities here. Yeah, really nice setup and a really enthusiastic crowd. So there's a great atmosphere, and I like Spokane a lot. It's close to home, so I really like coming back here and having the opportunity to compete here. And just awesome to have another fantastic indoor facility in the Pacific Northwest. So I think it's such a valuable asset to the community and the track and field.
How did you feel about your series today?
There were some good things. I feel like I started a little bit slow. I stuck with a static start through the first 3 rounds, and it was okay. I felt good. I've been battling just a sore elbow, and technically have been a little all over the place. So I figured I can't really dance around it the entire comp, so I jumped into fulls in rounds 4, 5, and 6, and the distance went up quite a bit. So one of those days where I couldn't quite find it like how I wanted to, but just stayed aggressive and hammered on it, and they weren't pretty throws, but I'm happy with the distance for how technically inefficient they were.
Or you're going to play that by ear depending on your elbow?
I'm planning on going to Worlds. The elbow is on the tail end. It's getting better. I heard it the day before Millrose, the practice for Millrose, and it didn't really bother me. I threw at Millrose, and it didn't bother me. And then the next day I woke up, and it was like, okay, I'm paying for it now. And so I'm on the tail end of it. We'll see how it feels after this, but there was no throw that I really felt like really pissed it off too much. So I'm on the road to recovery. I'm excited that I can throw 2250, having not thrown hard, babying an elbow with ugly techniques. So all good signs of what's to come at the end of indoor season, mostly for outdoor season.
Is it like an overuse, like weightlifting injury, do you think?
Not so much. I get it every year around this time. It's whenever I come off of my heavy lifting, I start to feel strong, and then I start to throw hard, and I'm throwing hard, but I'm not throwing well. So in some awkward positions, and just lost one shot kind of out here, and almost felt like I smashed my funny bone after the throw. And so it's on the mend. So we're getting there.
Right? Can you think of any, especially after the pandemic?
Yeah.
Are there any positives that you take from the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, for me it was obviously a very, very difficult time, but as an athlete, it's kind of, you constantly have to do the best with what you have, especially as a track and field athlete, because the competition is so fair for everyone. There's no favorites. It's how far can you throw a heavy ball. So for me, I kind of just used it to train and build an off season like I hadn't had the opportunity to in the past. So walking away from the pandemic, hopefully as we kind of get back to normal, I feel like it really pushed me to discover my throw and gave me the chance to train almost in an off-season state for much longer than the normal 3 months. So all in all, I feel like there was some opportunities, but at the same time, the training I was doing was in a garage off a sidewalk. Not really peak performance kind of training, but made do with what I had.
Ryan, how do you like being an assistant coach at Arkansas?
Yeah, I like it. We have a relatively small throwing group, but the kids we have are really hard workers and really good kids. So I like working with them. I do a lot of the programming in the weight room for our throws, writing their weight room training, their throws training, and work with Eric Solens, another post-collegiate, on the technical side. So I like it a lot. I feel like after 18 years of throwing at this point that I have a lot to offer to the kids, and so I enjoy it, and they're great kids, so I really like working with them.
Find it rewarding?
Yeah, I do. Got a chance to give back, and I like working with high school and college kids because they're old enough to be very passionate about it, and they're very dedicated. So I like working with kids like that.
Mike.